Good morning. Today we will start importance of labor. Now what are the importance? The first importance is active factor. If you can recall the past class, you can say I told you that active factors, labors are active factors. Why? Because without cooperation of labor, your land, your capital will be of no use. You will not able to grow anything, you will not able to do any sort of work without the help of labor. They are known as active factor. Number second one, utilization of natural resources. Utilization of natural resources means that the natural resource whichever is there in our country will remain underutilized if laborers are not present. If there is absence of labor, you will not able to do anything. Your natural resources will be stored inside the earth crust only, because no one will be there to mine it or to take it out to use it. Clear? Now the third point is source of consumption or demand. Now what is the source of consumption or demand? See, labor, they are the main source of consumption. They are growing also and they are the main source of consumption. This means they are the main source to consume the product which are available. Clear? And because of that, Lord Keynes also believed that increase in consumption encourage investment. Obviously, when your consumption will increase, you will invest more and more. This means if your consumption increases, you are encouraging side by side the investment also. Now come the fourth one. Fourth is source of wealth. Now laborers are also known as source of wealth. How? Because the entire wealth in the country is created by labor force. If labor will be not there, we will not able to do anything and you will not able to acquire wealth. Clear? This is all about the importance of labor. Now we will start efficiency of labor. Efficiency of labor. Now what is the efficiency of labor? Efficiency of labor means productive capacity of a worker. Productive capacity of a worker. Now if any worker is there, if you want to see their capacity, that means you want to see their efficiency. Clear? Because if a worker produces more than the other worker, then obviously he is more efficient. Two workers working, maybe take example, suppose they are making fan or they are coiling the fan coil they are making. Now two workers are there to coil the fan. Now when they are coiling, so you should know that in 8 hours of their job, one labor may be coiled 7 pieces and one coiled only 4 pieces. Now one who coils 7 is more efficient. This is how we check the efficiency. Now efficiency of labor has the following aspect. Now aspects of efficiency of labor. Now what are the aspects? The first one, quantity of output produced. Quantity of output produced by a worker. This means how much that worker is producing. As I told you just now, 7 and 4 piece. The 7 who is producing is more efficient. This is the aspect. Second one, quality of the product produced by a worker. Now this is also very important. Now not only quantity, you are giving 7 pieces of coil of a fan and your work is not good, quality of work is not good, it will be not counted. Alright, that quality it should matter. The quality should matter. Yes, this quality we can say yes, very good quality. So for that only, if you are producing more quantity, you will have to give good quality also. Now the third one, time taken by a worker. Now to produce a product, how much time you have taken? Now just now I told you one producer in 8 hours he produced how many? 7 pieces, and in between they will be getting 1 hour leisure also. Why? Because for the recess or the lunch break. Now you only tell me, this means 7 hours 7 product. One product he is making in 1 hour. So you can understand, and one person who made only 4, this means he is taking approximately 2 hours. This means the work or the time taken by one worker is only 1 hour, and the time taken by the other worker is 2 hours. Who is more efficient? Who is completing his work beforehand, that is in 1 hour. Now come factors affecting efficiency of labor. Now this is very important. Now what are the factors which affect the efficiency? Your efficiency is going down. Why? What are the factors? The first one is the racial and hereditary qualities. Now this is very important. The efficiency of a worker to some extent depend upon the racial and hereditary qualities. How? If the parents are intelligent, hard-working, their children will normally inherit the quality. Yes or no? Like you go to Kashmir, they are good in embroidery work. Now, embroidery work, if my parents are good, obviously I'll inherit that one, and I'll also become a very good embroider. So you can understand how we inherit. This is known as racial and hereditary quality. Not every time, and this only affects the efficiency of a labor. Now second one, you all know, is climate. The climatic condition also affect the efficiency of labor. Why? India is a hot country, Here the work capacity of a labor reduces, will obviously goes down. Why? Because in a hot climate you will not able to work for long, and this also creates hell lot of problem, and this affects the efficiency of labor. Third one is standard of living. Now what do you mean by standard of living? See, better standard of living makes the labor mentally and physically fit, or you can say they are mentally and physically they are sound, because their standard of living is very high. And when your level of mentally or physically you are fully sound, obviously it gives that your efficiency will increase. Now I'm giving you one very good example of Dhirubhai Ambani is both the son, Anil and Mukesh. Now Mukesh, now he is in 7th position in the world as per the Forbes. So you can understand his standard of living is very high, and when he is physically and mentally fit from all the side, obviously he will be working very hard, and efficiency he can show. But you can see the labor of our country, their efficiency you cannot find that it is too good. Why it is not good? Just now I said, because their standard of living is not so good. Now the fourth one is education and training. Now this is very important. Now education is classified into 2 parts. Alright, first is the general education like IA, BA, MA we are doing. And second one is the technical education. After your standard 12, maybe you will become engineer, or you will become doctor, or you will join CA, CFA, or you will join MBA after graduation. Now all these are technical education. Now general education broadens the knowledge or the outlook of the labor and makes the labor more responsible. Alright, because educated person become more responsible. This we all know. But technical education trains the labor to do the specialized work. You will become an engineer. Now people will ask you, what is your trade? In which trade you have completed your BTech or BE? Now you'll say, I am an electrician. I am an electronics department, I am BTech. Someone will say, I am an IT professional. Now, what do you mean? This means they are specialized in that particular job. This is the value of technical education. Now, general education, yes, they are educated, they are the backbone, they know the responsibility, they know their work, but as technical fellow will do their specialized work, general education fellow will not able to do their work. Next one, fifth one is experience. Now this matters. The day you will join after your engineering, some of the MNC, multinational companies or corporation, that time you will feel that I don't know anything. You will feel inferior there in front of so many people because they are experienced one. They have completed their work maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So obviously they know better than you, but slowly, don't think like that I am inferior than them. And one day will come when your experience will be there of 5 years, 10 years. Obviously your experience will also count. Because education, beside the education, experience of workers makes him more efficient. This you know. Alright, as many time you will practice mathematics, your mathematics will be so good. It will become damn good. Why it will become damn good? Because you practice that one not once, maybe 10 times, 20 times. You practice one sum. Obviously, when you will get that sum in the exam, you will able to solve it within a fraction of second. So this is known as experience. You experience that sum so many times. Now come working condition. Alright, working condition. Now, what do you mean by working condition? Now, better working condition improve the efficiency of labor. If the laborer works at a place where he can have fresh air, safe drinking water, adequate light, efficiency will be definitely too much efficiency will be there, where you are getting everything. You take example of a Dinoble school, even the students are getting RO water. Teachers are also getting RO water. Now when we are getting RO water, you can see in one class 3, 4, 5 tube lights are there, 4 fans are there, 5 fans are there. This means you are getting the power supply also very good. And you can see the cleanliness, such a nice environment. There so many trees are there. When you are getting such a good environment, you will love to work and your efficiency will increase. Otherwise, it will decrease. Next one is a level of wages. Level of wages. Now this is very important. Now we all know that a higher wage workers, obviously the standard of living will be very high. Obviously when he is getting too much money, his way of living or standard of living will be too good, and when he is having mentally peace, obviously his efficiency will increase. Otherwise what will happen? Every time back of mind one thing will haunt: how to run the family, how you will increase the efficiency. That time your efficiency will decrease. Why? Because you are thinking of your family members to feed them nicely, and this is there every time in your mind. And like this, if the level of wages is less, every time your efficiency will go down, because you will be in different condition of thinking that particular moment. Now come number 8. Duration of work. Now duration of work means longer duration of work. If one person is working continuously for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, his efficiency will decrease, because you need energy to work. How you will work? It will reduce your work efficiency, because workers get tired if they work for a longer duration. And generally we can say 6 to 8 hour job is maximum, or it is good level or a good duration, so that one workers can work. It's not like that once the worker enter the firm and you are asking that worker to leave after 12 hours of job, obviously he will become full tired and you will be not getting 100% result from that particular person. This is the duration of work. Now the number 9th one, machinery and equipment. Now, what is the use of machinery and equipment? See, with the modern and advanced equipment, the working efficiency increases and the productive capacity also increases. A very good example I'll give you: a Xerox machine which was used earlier. Now earlier Xerox machine and today's Xerox machine, what is the difference? There's no difference. Only it is a modern one. How? Earlier one, you are placing the paper to take out the Xerox. You will have to press every time the enter key and one paper will come out. But today, the screen touch Xerox machine is there. You place the paper and you want to take out 100 pieces. 100 pieces you want to take it out. Now you think, what to do? Nothing. Only screen touch. How many pieces? 100 pieces. Type 100 there and press the key once. Enter button only once. After that you see 100 pieces will come out, and in that particular moment when the 100 pieces of papers are coming out, that time, why to waste time? You can do some different work. But earlier you will have to stand there to press the enter key 100 times to take out 100 pieces of paper. This is how machinery and equipment also help to improve the efficiency of people. Now next one is moral qualities. Now, what do you mean the moral qualities? See, if a person is dependable, responsible, honest and dutiful, efficiency will be more. But today, the moral of a person is going down day by day. They know that my duty is to go and work 8 hours. 8 hours to work, and what type of work he is giving, his moral will only explain everything. Why? Because he is passing his time. He's passing his time so that as soon as 8 hours will be over, I'll go home. One day job over and I'll be getting 1 day salary. This is not fair. When you are working somewhere, you will have to give your 110%. Alright, 110%, because nowadays, first of all, getting job is very tough. And by the God grace, if you have received a good job, you should maintain the dutifulness. You should maintain your responsibility. You should be dependent. You should be honest, so that people who kept you in the job, they should think of you. No, he is a very good person and he should be retained. He or she should be retained in the job. Now you know, people are there, only they are passing their time and they are taking salary. This is at all not good, because they are passing their time. And this is how your moral quality speaks everything about you. Now, number 11 is organization. Organization. Now, if the organization timely provides the raw material to you, machinery, equipment, tools, good working condition, obviously your efficiency will increase. Suppose you are waiting for the raw material not coming only. What will happen? That day you will not able to give your 100%, because the raw material which you will require to produce the goods you are not getting. Machine is not functioning properly. You informed your higher authority. They are telling the people will come to rectify the problem, and they are taking their sweet time to come and rectify the machine. Till that time you will be in a leisure time. Now when you are taking leisure that particular moment, obviously that proves that your efficiency that particular day goes down. The organization should provide each and everything which you require to produce the goods on time, so that you can show your efficiency. Now come the 12th one, employer-employee relation. Employer-employee relation. Alright, now efficiency of labor also depends on the employer-employee relation. If the relation between the two are like a friendly relation or a sympathetic, obviously your production will go high, and if your efficiency will go high. And if the relation between the employer and employee is not good, I am telling you, it is damn sure, be damn sure that production will go down, because every time you will be seeing that particular person with a different view, different nature, different eyes, and that person will see you, and this will waste your time, because every time you are thinking some negative. Because when you are in the office or you are in the firm, you should keep your negativity aside and you should enter the office or the premises where you work, because this will enhance your efficiency. Otherwise what will happen, every time if you are thinking of all those things, the negativity, your efficiency will go down, and this will not help you also. And because of that, employer-employee relation should be very good. Take example, I am telling you about Denobli School. When we are working there, we face some problem. Sometimes we get phone call from our family members that this is the problem. And when we request for the principal, Father, we want to go home, you will not believe then and there. See the relation between the employee and employee. They say, all right, you have some work, go, no problem. Now this word that you can go, you can leave the campus, you can leave the premises, it gives us also and it gives the employees also that such a nice environment, such a good principal we have. As we have some work, he never said no to us. Every time he says yes. Now this type of relation you should build and you should have. Otherwise what will happen? As you are going to your boss and you are telling, sir, some work is there, can I go? No, you cannot go. Now this will reduce your efficiency. Why? You will think I am giving so much to the company or I am giving so much to the firm and the firm is giving nothing to me. If I am having one day work, some urgent work, maybe for 1 or 2 hours, and company is telling me not to go, this will reduce your efficiency. Clear? Next day we will start the causes of low efficiency of labor in India.